Okay, so there's like 3 things I think that you should know about, like, if you're gonna come to Merida. Bakeries are delicious here. Good morning. So, um, it is about 7 o'clock. I've been up since like 5:30, but I couldn't get out of bed. And I'm trying to do my walk every morning, but you know, some days you're like, just so lazy. But I kept my promise to myself, so I got my butt up and I'm outside walking. And just reflecting like on my week and different things that occurred, and just some differences here in Mexico versus like America for us. Like, one of the big differences is like our family life here. It's very, very different. I feel like the importance on family is a little stronger here. Or maybe I just have more time to notice family life here versus in America. I think that this week alone we did like 4 or 5 activities just with us and the family. Went to a festival, a family festival, with our friends, and it was like 200 pesos, and you pay 200 pesos and then all the rides were already taken care of. So that was very affordable, and a lot of different people could probably do that, you know, doable. And we went to a communion, and that was very different. Not so different, because I was raised Catholic, and I've been to a lot of communions, but I noticed nobody was on their phone. So like, I felt very awkward taking out my phone to videotape. Like, all the family members that were there, they were just talking to each other. So like, you really have an opportunity to get to know each other. It wasn't like we were all on our phones taking video. Actually, I felt very awkward taking out my phone. I did it for like 2 minutes, and I was like, wait, no, like, it's not right. It doesn't feel good, you know? So we ended up just hanging out and like putting our phones down and enjoying each other. And it was really great. Like, I noticed some things that I really should talk about, and it's like the community life here. The community life here, even among expats, is very different. Like, we have WhatsApp groups, and you have to get in. I mean, you could get into the main one if you're an expat, but then once you're in the expat group, you start getting invited to all these private groups, which is kind of cool. It's like people who have like interests, so you end up doing a lot of things and making a lot of friends with people who are interested in the same thing you're interested in. And I'm sure there's groups like this in America, like Meetup and stuff like that, but I could never really become like a part of it. Like, I always felt like I was busy with work, and I think if you move here, you already have some likeness, as far as like like-mindedness, to just kind of separate yourself from America. And I think that's like something that we should really think about. Like, if you want to move here, you'll probably find other people that are interested in already what you're interested in. As far as like, I'm really interested in doing things with my family and finding things for them to do that are fun. Okay, so there's like 3 things I think that you should know about, like if you're gonna come to Merida. I wouldn't say Mexico in general, but definitely Merida. Is 1, become a part of the expat group, just so that you could, when you first get here, you can easily find your way, and you can ask a lot of questions. But you want to make friends in the Mexican community as well. Like, I think I have more friends now than I've ever had in my life. I mean, with expat groups, with school WhatsApp groups where I get to just go to lunch or breakfast with the moms here in Mexico. I think I'm the only American in my group, but it's just thing. Like, they have like-minded goals. Not all of them speak English. So my main goal for the rest of this year is just really work on my Spanish. It's one of my weaknesses, and if you have any advice of how I can learn Spanish faster, I mean, I feel like we are immersed as much as we could be, but I'm sure there's some tips and tricks out there. There's people who are learning in like 3 months, they say. I'm like, wow, I don't know how. But what else? In Merida, they have like this weird rental fee. So like when you want to rent a house here, if you're not from here, you have to pay an extra lawyer's fee. And when we were in Playa del Carmen, they didn't have that. So I think that's exclusive to Merida, or maybe the Yucatan. I'm not sure exactly. I'll do some more research and I'll make a video about it, because the lawyer fees here, depending on who you're renting from, can be very expensive. And then the third thing I would say, I feel like cars are very expensive here, but Ubers are very cheap. Like, you can go very far. Like, we went almost all the way to the beach yesterday, and it was like $10. And it was far. Like, we were in the car for like 25 minutes. So I feel like Uber is very, very cheap here, but cars are expensive if you are not from Merida, because, you know, they give up charges to rent cars. They which I guess is likely so. You know, they want to make, they know that you have the dollar, so they try and benefit from that. But yeah, those are the 3 things that I really think about now that have affected us. But I mean, there's so many different things to talk about. I feel like if one of your main values is freedom, like, trying Mexico is it. You know, especially if you're in a job or a situation that you feel can improve. I think if you even thought about it, if you're here, this might be a sign to research it. Like, we got our residency fairly quickly once we really decided we were gonna do it. And that's it for now. I think I'll do a more detailed video just about how we got our residency, how long it took, what you should prepare for if you're gonna move here, because it really is something more than just like getting on a plane and getting here. Because once you get, I think you could stay here for 6 months without a residency. So 6 months goes really quickly. We've been here for 6 months now, and I'm like, wow, we've been here for 6 months. I think this month makes our 6th month here in Mexico. So Time flies by. So, okay, I have one more thing. Number 4, I would say. I didn't know how good the bakeries are here. They're delicious. Yeah. That's definitely number 4, the good bakeries. It's like 8 o'clock now, and almost everything's gone already on a Sunday. So you have to get there really early to get what you want. We usually get croissants, but there was literally only one left. So here we are. Have a good week. Talk to you later.